Welcome to the October 28th, 2022 meeting of the St. Lawrence County Industrial Development Agency Local Development Corporation. I would ask for a call to order, please.
Mr. Blevins,
Here.
Mr. Hall,
Here.
Mr. LaBeouf, Mr. McMahon,
Here.
Mr. Morrill,
Here.
Mr. Reagan, Mr. Staples.
Here.
Thank you. Public notice was sent out October 21st, 2022. We do not have any public here. Unless someone's on the line and wants to make a public comment, you're welcome to at this time.
I just gotta say that if Brian were running the meeting, I think that woman would have stayed, but you just, you run such a low-key meeting.
They've been here for the minutes.
I'm only the second string because we have no third or fourth string. The minutes are in your packet, page 1 to 3, and you entertain a motion to approve the minutes from September 20th.
So moved.
Second.
We have any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, minutes are approved. We have a financial report from August to September 2022. That's going to be 4 through 19.
Beginning on page 4, you have your August highlights, very typical month. One thing I will notate is there was $10,500 of CDEIP expenditures that were done through the River Valley. These were for a 2016 and a 2017 CDEIP grant award. So we're starting to close out those older ones. If we flip to the next highlight summary page on page 12, that's your September highlights. Again, a pretty typical month. There was some insurance costs for the River Valley to insure their buildings. The River Valley also paid $5,600 worth of marketing costs back to the IDA, and there were $10,000 worth of expenditures paid from the River Valley to the MED contract. Any specific questions?
All right, did we bring that to the floor?
Not yet.
Yes, okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Financial report is accepted. Report of committees. We want a governance committee report. Mark, if you would please, Mr. Hall.
Certainly, we, governance committee met earlier today. And we reviewed our conflict of interest, procurement policy, investment policy, harassment policy, and the assessment of effectiveness of internal controls. After reviewing those policies and comparing them with the ABO model policies, we do not feel there are any changes needed at this time. I'll point out that staff is also going through the annual training for the harassment policy.
Thank you very much. Staff report.
Just point out quickly, we closed on the Connexus loan last Friday for $260,000. We are working on a closing of the ACO loan today and early next week. The 941 Ogdensburg partnership, the acquisition of the ACO warehouse, that's $450,000. They should both be closed and in the books by middle of next week at the latest.
Excellent. We have no old business. Under new business, we have 7 resolutions. First 5 of which Mr. Hall has described for the annual review of the policies with no significant changes from last year to this year. We entertain a resolution to bring those as a consent to the floor.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of moving the resolutions, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The first 5 resolutions are approved. The 6th resolution is adopting the fiscal year 2023 final budget on pages 45 to 47.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
Second.
Seconded. Any discussion on the final budget?
On your final budget, we did review the draft budget that was passed last month. There are a few minor changes. One to the Messina Industrial Building 19 insurance expense. We increased that line item by $200. We decreased the CDEIP 2016 expense because we did just expend some of it this past month, so that takes that rolling balance down. And those were the only line item changes.
We updated other numbers related. to
Yes, those were the significant line.
Cost based on input from the board between the two budgets.
Mr. Staples, anything you saw in those budgets you would like to discuss?
2 + 2 = 4, I think. So no,
We appreciate your input.
thank you.
All right, then no further discussion. All those in favor of approving the final budget, say yay or yes.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
They are approved. Final budget. Last resolution for the LDC, authorizing allocation of the RV, RDA, CDEIP fund of up to 25,100 to the village of Messina for the acquisition of the former Messina School of Business.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All right. Any discussion concerning this?
As you are aware, the IDA, which, as you are also aware, it consists of the same board members as the LDC, did a proposal for transitioning the former Messina School of Business space in Messina as part of the Downtown Revitalization Initiative Award that the Village of Messina received. In order to go forward, should the award be provided, the village has to secure site control and ownership of the property. In order to do that, they bid at the county auction. The price was 25,100, as you see in the letter. There's also a conceptual drawing of what a project may look like. The River Valley Agency reallocated previously approved and then completed but unutilized community development funds for reimbursing the village. This fits within the community development program. It is a project that I think will improve the downtown corridor should everything go forward. We recommend the approval of their approval.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, resolution is passed. Mr. Kelly, do we need an executive session for the?
Don't do not.
Okay. Mr. Morrow is elected to adjourn. Okay. Wait. It was low. Right, return.